grocery store doing some shopping for our paint night tonight. We are gonna make those chopped up Italian sub sandwiches that have like salami and ham and provolone cheese and tomato and lettuce, and it's all chopped and mixed together, and then you put it in the bun, and we got these like delicious sourdough buns. So yeah, we're just getting ready for the paint party tonight. Yeah, those look good.
They look okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll give it a try. Hopefully the box is strong enough.
Holy moly, look at how pretty these flowers are. We just got them at Trader Joe's, and I just put them in this big vase that we have. They're so gorgeous. I love the blue hydrangeas, are like my favorite flower next to a red rose. And then I love the blue hydrangea with the little peachy pink rose. I think that's so sweet, and with the baby's breath. And then there's like eucalyptus, like it smells so good, and they're so pretty. Love that. Shout out to Trader Joe's. They always have the best flowers there, and they're so cheap. We got this whole bouquet for $12.99. It's crazy. Look at that. So pretty. We also got these. I'm gonna put these in little vases and put them on the paint table for today. Okay, we got the table all set up and ready for family paint night. We got the brushes, the little thingy, the apron. Everyone's painting. I got these super cute rainbowy baby's breath to put in the middle because I thought it's kind of giving like colorful, it's giving paint. And it's so cute. Here it is. Now I'm going to bake some cookies that I saw on Instagram. I think her name is Broma Bakery. I can tag her, but she has these like cake batter flavored sugar cookies with rainbow sprinkles in them. And then, so it's basically like a sugar cookie recipe with rainbow sprinkles, and then you use vanilla and almond extract to give it that cake battery taste. And then you roll them in balls, and then you roll it in sugar, and then you roll it in powdered sugar, and then you bake it in the oven, and then they come out kind of like crackled with like the powdered sugar. Oh my god, they look amazing. And then they're very on brand for paint night, like rainbowy theme. So I'm excited to try those. Shout out to Broma Bakery. And then yeah, we're also gonna make some sub sandwiches today. And then we also got a lot of wine because you can't have a paint night without wine. This should be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, you guys could bake cookies with me. Let's bake some cookies. Oh shit. Okay, butter. So you basically put it on low or medium low, and you let it just melt in the pan until it gets real bubbly, kind of like it is right now. And then you keep letting it go. And then eventually you're gonna start smelling like a really nutty smell. And then that's when you know it's done. That's when you know the butter is burned. And then you gotta get it off heat quick because otherwise it will burn, and you don't want burnt butter, you want browned butter. Okay, now that it is nice and browned, we're gonna put it in a bowl and put it in the freezer so that way it can cool down to room temperature, because you can't start the cookie dough until the brown butter cools down to room temperature. Okay, so like I said, that I got inspired for this recipe from Broma Bakery. So I have her website pulled up with the recipe on it. Those are what the cookies are gonna look like. They're called Funfetti crinkle cookies. They look delicious, so I can't wait to make them. And then, like I said, I'm just replacing the butter with brown butter. So basically I'm gonna get the dry ingredients together right now and prepare those while the butter is getting to room temperature in the freezer. So We need 2 bowls, one for the wet ingredients and one for the dry ingredients. This one is for my stand mixer. So we're gonna put the wet ingredients in this one, and then we'll put the dry ingredients in this one because we'll mix these and then eventually we will add these into this one. But we have to start with the wet ingredients first. So we need 2 1/4 cup of flour. And measure in cups. 1, 2, and 1/4. There we go. You know what? I forgot that I'm doubling the recipe. Silly me. So to double the recipe, we actually need 5 cups of flour. Oh my god, that's too much. Okay. How much baking powder? We need 1 1/4 teaspoons baking powder. So that's actually 2 1/2. This is 2 teaspoons. This is 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we actually need 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's it for our dry ingredients. So now we want to mix this together really well, so that way it's mixed good before we put it in our wet ingredients, because if you put unmixed dry ingredients into your wet ingredients, it'll clump together and then you'll have like either a bite of like really salty or really powdery. So it's good to mix this really well before you put it in your wet ingredients. You just take a whisk and you mix, mix, mix. I just realized I melted 2 cups of butter, but I only needed to melt 1 cup of butter, so that's okay. We'll just have some extra brown butter. Maybe we can use that on the sandwiches. Okay, so now for the wet ingredients. And by wet ingredients, I just mean butter and sugar is what we start with in this dish. And then once that's whipped together really good, then we're gonna incorporate the eggs and vanilla and almond extract. So for this, we need 1 cup of granulated sugar, so that means 2 cups of granulated sugar. Sugar, and then we're just waiting on our butter to get to room temperature before we can put it in here, and then we'll put it on our stand mixer and mix. Okay, we have all of our cookie sheets lined and ready to go. Still just waiting on that butter. So the recipe needs eggs at room temperature, and a life hack to get your egg at room temperature is to put it in a cup of water and let it just sit for a few minutes, and that will get it to room temperature a lot quicker than waiting for it to naturally get to room temperature. 1 cup of brown butter, pouring it into the sugar mixture. Now you're gonna let this mix up a little bit until it gets like really well combined. Okay, that's starting to look good. So now we're gonna combine the 4 eggs one at a time, and then we're also gonna add in our almond extract and vanilla extract. 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of almond extract. It's looking really good. I'm switching the paddle to the paddle from the whisk attachment for this next part, because this is when you add the dry ingredients and it starts to get really doughy. and this attachment works better with the dough than that one. But you have to use that one at first in order to whip up the sugar and butter and eggs. So yeah, we're switching to this one. Okay, so now we're gonna add the dry ingredients, just a little bit at a time. And now you just fold it in using your spatula. Okay, now the recipe says to fill 1 small bowl with granulated sugar and 1 small bowl with powdered sugar, because we're gonna roll the cookies into little balls and then roll them in the sugar and put them on the baking sheet to bake. Have our granulated sugar. About that much beginning. And we have our powdered sugar. Now it's time to scoop the cookies out, roll into balls. Okay. Some cookie dough. I'm going to roll it into balls. Roll it in sugar. Roll it in powdered sugar. And then put on our baking sheet. Okay, we got my first ones ready to go in the oven. So you always want to bake on the middle rack. Never on the bottom and never on the top. Always in the middle rack. Second batch is ready to go in, and disclaimer, these cookies are messy. First batch of cookies came out. They look delicious. Oh my gosh. I'm a little nervous that they're still not cooked all the way, but I left them in there for an extra 2 or 3 minutes. So we're just gonna roll with it and see, but hopefully they're cooked all the way. I don't want them to turn into like little hard biscuits though, so. Yummy.
Whatever. Oh, huh? Go get them.
They're right there.
Oh, wait. No offense to you either. But I'm David, and I think Steven is going to do the best.
Ooh, one for Steve.
Yolanda, and I think Wendy's gonna do the best.
For Wendy.
I'm Steven, and I think Mom's gonna do the best.
All right.
I'm Sebastian, and I think Pep is gonna be the best.
I'm Pep, and I think Wendy's gonna do the best.
It's 2 for Wendy.
I'm Wendy, this is mine, but I think Jenna's gonna do the best.
Oh, yay, finally. Okay, I'm Jenna. This is my painting, and I think David's is gonna be the best. How's it going?
It's tough. My hand's not very steady.
Whatever, you're like the most craftiest one here. How's your midpoint check-in? Oh my gosh.
Good. I'm struggling with mixing colors,
I
but
love these little trees.
thank you. Is your midpoint check-in?
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win? Do you think your mom's gonna win? You're biased, but okay. The last one's your midpoint check-in. Good. What's your plan?
No clue.
Dang, yours is really colorful.
I know.
Good. I feel like David was right.
Mean all right.
Oh my gosh. Okay. David might win. Mid-pitching check-in. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like that like gradual right there. It's very
What?
The winner is
Now he knows you.
You're a sucker.
guy. I think Max is the real winner. He's excited. The airhead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like a championship, like a belt?
Oh, good question. I don't know.
I don't think so.